Welcome to the Jill Sinclair Show, bringing you real conversations about business and life to help you to overcome your success blockers. As always, remember to subscribe, rate, and review on whatever platform you're listening or watching. Fear. What is fear? Fear is so many things to so many different people, but the biggest fear that people have is the fear of trying and failing. That is one of the biggest fears people have. Ask anyone, well, why didn't you try for that job? Well, I probably wouldn't have got it. Why didn't you ask that person out? Well, they probably wouldn't have said yes. Oftentimes we're afraid to even step into the ring because we're afraid that failure is going to happen. Now, first of all, y'all know how I feel about failure. Failure is just a different result than we expected to get. So it's not a failure, it's a lesson learned. Yeah. We've heard all the motivational gurus and motivational people online say the same thing. I agree with them. I don't believe failure is a failure. It's just a different result than you expected. So really, what have you got to lose? We've got one life to live, and some of you may differ with me, that you may have a different opinion on this, but I believe I've got one life and I've got, one death. So I'm going to make the most out of this life. And for me, I don't have the fear of failure. I don't have the fear of, I should have tried this, because I'm going to try every damn thing I'm going to set my mind to, because I don't want to lose out on anything. I don't want to miss out. Those of you who've heard me before, I've had 73 jobs in my life and careers, because as an entrepreneur, we call them jobs, careers, whatever. But it's up to 73 now, because now I am a university teacher. I think some of you know that, as well as I've just taken on another contract to do some youth entrepreneur work. So for me, it's all about the experiences and growing with them, and always thinking that, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring, because guess what? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I try something I've never tried before? Now, let me back up a second. There's some things I wouldn't try because I just don't want to. I don't. People say, try the other things, the other fears, like the outward fears, jumping off a bridge on a bungee cord, or skydiving. I will not try those. It's not something that's in my DNA. You know what? I like my feet on the ground myself, but everything else in life, I will put my hat in the ring, because guess what? We all poop. You heard it right here from Jill Sinclair. We all poop. So no one's any different than you or I. Whether you are a janitor, by the way, I was a janitor at one time in my life. Whether you're a CEO, I was a CEO at one time in my life. Whether you're any job, career, or whatever you're doing, or a student or unemployed, you poop just like me. So if we're on the same level of poopness, then why the hell can't you achieve anything that I've achieved, or anything that someone else has achieved? What we need to start doing is stop comparing ourselves to other people in the way that, they've done it, so I could never do it. You should look at it as, they've done it, so they've opened the door for me to do it. That's how I want you to reframe your life, is see if someone else has done something, then that proves, my friend, that you as well can do it. Now, one of my favorite sayings I say to my mentees as well as people that I coach is, I show up for my life to show you what's possible. Because oftentimes people, they stop themselves because, again, this fear of failure, which is a non-existent thing, they're just, they're just thinking they're going to get a different result. But it's not the fear of them just sitting in that themselves, of the failure or not achieving it. It's what they assume other people will think of them. Well, first of all, no one else is thinking about that. I promise you, everyone is thinking about their own shit. They're not thinking about, hey, so-and-so said they're going to do this, and, they didn't achieve it, so we're going to, trash talk them. No, they're thinking about their own shit. So what you should be doing is starting to build your life around goals that you want and that you're going to blow the water off of. Because remember, if it's been done before, chances are you can do it as well. Now, I'm not saying don't try something brand new, because if you want to, get a spaceship to not Mars and Venus, some other planet, then you go ahead and do that if that's what you want to do. But look at what your goals are. Has someone done it before? Bet you they have. And if someone has done it before, what did they do? What were their steps that they made? Google is your best friend. Google is your very best friend. So if you are looking at how someone has achieved their success, look them up on Google and see some steps that they've done. Ask other people that have done it. Maybe they're in your circle. Maybe it's some sort of new business idea that you have that has been slightly done before, or maybe completely copycatted, whatever it is. Look, no one has a brand new idea, really, right? When you look at computers and computer systems, all that kind of stuff, there's just not one brand. You look at several brands, there's preferable brands, but there's always going to be something that you personally can bring to the table. So what are you afraid of? One of my favorite quotes from Gary Vee is, someone said, Gary, what is the best motivation you can give me? And he was sitting in the back of a car and he said, you're going to die. And she's like, what? And he said, yeah, you're going to die. So what have you got to lose? Again, why are we so afraid of putting ourselves out there in the case that, oh, what if it doesn't happen? So what? What if it doesn't happen? There's some things that haven't happened in my life. I've carried on. Just because I have very lofty goals and goals that I really put out there, tell everyone about them, sometimes I don't achieve them. And that's okay. I move on to the next, because if I've put my all into it, if I followed up like a fiend, like I do, like 18, 32, 57 times, and it hasn't happened for me, then you know what? I will move on. But dollars to donuts, every time I put every effort that I have, every breath that I have into my goals, I achieve them. Now, I'm not saying that they're not hard to get, because you should have goals that are really pushing your limits. And I have those goals, and sometimes I'm like, holy shit, what am I doing? Jill Sinclair, what the hell are you doing this time? Can you not just pick the easy button? Sometimes I want to pick the easy button, and I never choose the easy button. I just never do, because I come up with these ideas. Oh, I should do this. I should change 460,000 people's lives in the province of British Columbia in Canada. And then I go forward and do something like that. Oh, I should take a speaking tour across Canada. I haven't done it before. I don't know what I'm doing, but guess what? That's going to happen as well. Again, I'm not afraid of failure. And when you're not afraid of failure, you just put your all into everything you have. So I challenge you, my friend, put yourself into those dreams that you keep on pushing down because you think other people are going to be concerned or have an opinion about it if you quote, quote, fail. Put your all into it. Put your effort into it. Make a plan and put yourself forward every single day. Because again, what you want to do is you want to show up for you. Because when you're pushing up daisies, all that matters is, did you put your best effort in? Is there anything that you personally are going to regret if you're laying on your deathbed and you got another breath and people are standing around? I don't want to regret anything. I want to go through life with my wheels burning and I'm just exhausted by the end of this, but I know it's been a good run. So you put your all into everything, and you know what? Don't give a flying fuck about what other people think, because your life is yours. As always, remember, subscribe, rate, and review on whatever platform you're listening. And really, the review, I would love it. If you love this show, please review it. If you don't, well, give me a DM and tell me how I can improve it, really. As well as hit me up on Instagram, Ms. Jill Sinclair. And I'm a little bit on Clubhouse here and there. That's a bit of a strange one for me right now. And my website, jillsinclair.com. So anytime you've got a question, you want me to cover something, go to those, and I'm here for you on the Jill Sinclair Show.